This is the Bluevua Countertop Reverse Osmosis Water Filter System, the little cube that finally let me stop dragging home cases of bottled water. My honest first impression was relief. I wanted serious filtration without drilling into pipes, and I didn't want another clunky gadget dominating my kitchen. Plug in, fill the reservoir, tap a button, and it starts doing its thing. That simplicity is what got me to try it, and the water quality is what kept me using it. The footprint is compact for what it does, about 9.7 by 9.5 inches and 14.1 inches tall. It's not tiny, but it's a reasonable trade-off for a full RO system with a pump and tanks inside. The blue finish looks clean on the counter and doesn't scream appliance. The standout is the 40-ounce high borosilicate glass carafe. No plastic at the pour point, no lingering odors. Just a solid-feeling jug that doubles as a serving piece. The lid flips easily, and the carafe slips into my fridge door without hogging space. There's also an infuser basket for fruit, which I didn't think I'd use, but I ended up liking it on warm days. The smart LED display is bright and simple. I see the TDS reading of the purified water, the filter life countdown, and the volume preset. The touch button responds quickly, and I appreciate that it confirms what it's doing without making me hunt for a manual. Setup was easy. I rinsed the carafe, flushed a cycle to wet the filters, and then I was making water right away. It runs on standard power, and I didn't need tools or a water line. Perfect for a rental. The water-making loop is straightforward. Fill the top reservoir with tap water. Pick a volume, 1.2 liters or 0.65 liters. Press to start, walk away. When it hits the target, it stops on its own. From my experience, a full 1.2-liter preset takes a few minutes. The pump makes a soft, consistent hum. Not silent, but it fades into the background. TDS is a simple way to measure dissolved minerals and salts. My tap measured in the mid-hundreds, and the Bluevua's out reading consistently dropped to single digits, which lines up with how RO should perform. The taste difference is immediate. No chlorine notes, no metallic edge, just clean and neutral water. Coffee and tea taste brighter. When I use the 0.65L option for pour-over, it hits a sweet spot for a morning routine without leftover water sitting around. This unit uses a 5-stage composite filter with a 0.001 micrometers RO membrane. If that sounds technical, here's the short version. Sediment and chlorine get trapped early, so the RO membrane can strip out tiny contaminants like heavy metals and PFAS. Then a final carbon stage polishes the flavor. The built-in TDS meter gives me confidence the membrane is doing its job on every batch. I also appreciate the efficiency. The pure-to-drain ratio is about 3:1, which is much better than older systems I've used that wasted more water than they made. I still don't like wasting anything, so I collect the drain water for plant watering or quick cleaning jobs. Maintenance is light. The single 5-in-1 filter is rated for yearly replacement under typical use. The twist and lock swap is fast. I do wish the unit auto-reset the filter counter, but tapping the reset isn't a big deal. Because all stages are in one cartridge, the cost lands once a year rather than trickling out as separate stages. In my opinion, the convenience is worth it, though modular systems can be cheaper over the long run if you're replacing pre-filters more often than the membrane. Key features that matter to me are the zero-install countertop design, the genuine RO performance with that 0.0001 micrometer membrane, the real-time TDS display, and the plastic-free glass carafe. It's certified lead-free under WQA against NSF ANC CAN 372 and tested by SGS for reduction of contaminants like TDS, chlorine, fluoride, arsenic, lead, and PFAS, such as PFOA/PFOS. It's perfect for apartments, dorms, offices, and RVs. I also like that the company cites a climate-neutral certification through Climate Partner, which lines up with my effort to reduce plastic waste from bottles. I've used both volume presets a lot. The 1.2 liter is great for meals, and the 0.65 liter is perfect for a quick bottle fill or coffee. The fruit infuser basket ended up being more useful than I expected. Lemon and mint in the glass carafe turns into an easy summer habit. Performance has stayed consistent during my testing. The water comes out at room temperature, which is fine for me, and it chills quickly in the fridge. If you want cold water on demand, just park the carafe on a fridge shelf and refill as needed. From my experience, the TDS readout is the killer confidence feature. Seeing the out numbers stay low, batch after batch, is the kind of simple feedback that makes me trust the system. The glass carafe is another favorite. It looks good, doesn't hang on to odors, and feels safer than using plastic at the final pour. The 3-to-1 efficiency is strong for a countertop RO device. It preserves a lot more water than the older units I've used. The preset volumes and auto stop make it genuinely hands-off once you press the button. I've also enjoyed the portability. It's not feather light at around 18 pounds, but moving it to a different counter or bringing it to a weekend place is still far easier than messing with plumbing, but few trade-offs. It does claim a slice of counter space, and the 40-ounce carafe means you'll run multiple cycles if you're cooking, brewing, and hydrating for a group. The composite filter design keeps maintenance simple, but means a single replacement each year instead of swapping cheaper pre-filters along the way. And while the water is crisp and clean, the base model doesn't include remineralization. There's an optional remineralization filter you can add. And if you want UV sterilization plus mineralization built in, the ROPOT-LITE variant has that. I stuck with the standard model and haven't missed the minerals for taste. But if you prefer a slight mineral profile, consider that add-on. In my opinion, this is one of the most balanced countertop RO systems I've used for small households. It delivers the purity I wanted, gives me proof with real-time TDS, and keeps the daily workflow dead simple. It's perfect for renters, students, remote workers in small spaces, and anyone who wants RO water without committing to under-sink installation. I'd recommend this for singles and couples who prioritize water quality, dislike plastic bottles, and value easy maintenance. If you have a larger family or need high-volume water all day, you might look at an under-sink RO or the larger Bluevua RO100ROPOT model to reduce the number of cycles. In conclusion, the Bluevua nails the promise of high-grade RO in a portable plug-and-go format. The combination of a smart display, dependable filtration, a glass carafe, and stronger water efficiency adds up to a product that earns its space on the counter. It's not the cheapest way to filter water, but it's one of the most convenient ways to get very clean water at home without any installation headaches. To learn more about the Bluevua Countertop Reverse Osmosis Water Filter System, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.